Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I've been watching this morning. I watched Mr. Beast, of all people, sell a house for $1, and I was shocked. Who am I? I've closed billions of dollars of business now across all of my brick and mortar real estate businesses. And as a realtor, I found it extremely educational how people think. Okay, so I watched Mr. Beast. He picked, I think it was 3 houses, and he just literally went outside and he and his team put big old signs out and said, home for sale, $1. And they were standing outside watching people drive by and look, but not stop. And he watched car after car go by, people stop, people look, and then the first house was this guy that chose to drive in, and the whole time he was walking around the house kind of scared of these people, axe murders, what's going on, and literally Mr. Beast had to show his phone to him and say, I've got 53 million subscribers. It took a while for the guy to still believe them because, they're wearing masks and it's kind of impossible to, recognize people unless you know them well. So he's trying to prove his identity where he ends up going, okay, no, it's me. He's got his whole team. He takes them all around the house, and it was an amazing house. And he finally gets the guy, after convincing them for 20 to 30 minutes that yes, this home could be purchased for $1, finally gets the guy to give up $1 and he gets the paperwork for the house. He does this effectively 3 times, and the last home he ends up giving away. Now, the second home, he puts up a big billboard in the city that says, homes for sale, no more than $1. Now, it's interesting, and obviously Mr. Beast is a genius when it comes to utilizing YouTube and capturing people's attention. But can you imagine how hard it was for him, someone with 53 million followers, someone who is so famous, putting out signs, and the home was worth $1 in price, and he still had a difficult time getting it sold, still had a difficult time convincing people that it was real. As a realtor, I'll tell you, the most important thing you can do is price. And there's 3 variables. Now, either you're a client, a prospective buyer, or a seller, or even a realtor, I want you to go ahead and watch the rest of this video, and hopefully my years of experience will give you the confidence needed in understanding real quickly how to price a product the right way. If you like this content, you go ahead and smash that like button right now before you get caught in that trap of watching hours and hours of endless YouTube. Just go ahead and put a little bit of liberal pressure on that like and subscribe button. So let me go into what some of those are, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw it out for you. I call this the pricing pyramid, okay? The number one thing when it comes to pricing a house, as Mr. Beast showed you, was the location. The first house that he got was right on the side of the road with cars passing by back and forth on a busy street, right? So location, that's the one where most people didn't stop, okay? Location is the number one factor. If I put a house on the beach here in California and say, you can buy this house for $1, you better be certain someone's gonna come and stop real quickly, okay? Location is paramount. You've all heard the location, 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 but there are other variables at play. Number 2 is condition, okay? If it is a great house, location's good, it's a great house, it's likely going to sell better than some dilapidated house, right? And then the other variable is inventory. What's inventory doing with regard to supply and demand? Right now, the entire country is facing a housing shortage. There's only 1 million houses that were up for sale in January and February. 1 million homes for the entire nation. That caused a feeding frenzy. More offers than there were inventory. There were less sellers, right? Why is that? Because in this post-pandemic time that we're in, people are on the fence about, hey, should I wait till the pandemic to be over? Should I wait for the market to turn? What is interest rate going to be doing? What is the stock market going to be doing? And that, because of that uncertainty, we have an issue with inventory right now. Homes are hard to come by. And you've got mass exodus of people leaving some states and going to other states. And within cities itself, people are moving from areas that they were very interested in to less desirable areas. We see that all across the country, right? I went back to some of my old neighborhoods where I grew up, and housing projects completely, now it's like condo and Yuppieville with Starbucks and Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. This thing is happening all over. Urban areas, people are moving from suburban areas to urban areas because of the housing shortage. And so you have to really understand supply and demand, right? You couldn't give away homes. Now I understand that Mr. Beast sold homes for $1, but there was a time here in certain cities in the US where the economic plight was so bad the cities couldn't give the homes away for free. Location, condition, inventory determine this factor right here. That's price. Now, you've got the seller-buyer tussle, the seller-buyer divide. Now, in Guruville, and that's a place where all these coaches get online, and most coaches, I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of comments about this one. Most coaches wanna sell you shit. And if they're really good at selling you the product, whether it's online or whether it's homes or whether it's training of some sort, they probably would have stick around with that and sold that particular house. So in my field in real estate, I got a whole bunch of even famous coaches that haven't sold shit, that haven't sold anything, that haven't sold a single house, but they've got a whole bunch of successful realtors. Now, I'm not saying that you need to play in the NBA to be able to coach, basketball. But you need to understand the elements of the game. You need to be able to understand at least how to dribble to be able to coach a little bit of dribbling, right? So in what I do, and I try to give you the most honest content possible. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to give you the hope and the dream and the aspiration that you can achieve anything. Now, real quickly, if you want to get into real estate investing, or you want to just be an effective realtor, or you're thinking about buying or selling, if you use location, condition, and inventory, look at where your home is. Look at what the conditions are in the market relative to what you're trying to sell, and then look at what inventory are homes selling. It might be the best time to buy or sell. I hope that this helps you in your navigation, because buying a home for $1 is probably going to be very difficult for you. Unless you can find Mr. Beast and he has another one of those specials, just call me and let me know. Wherever that sign is, I'm driving, flying, or getting there, I'm gonna try to buy one of those homes. And if it's like 50 cents for two, I'll go for that too. Peace out.